Hi Stampers, we are on project number 2. This is another card, and I said hi Stampers, but we're not going to stamp on this project. We will be using the framelits that are part of the Sparkly Seasons bundle. So if you purchase the bundle, you will save 15% as opposed to purchasing the stamp set and the framelit separately. So let's get started with our assembly. Here are the pieces you will receive in your card kit. You'll have some linen thread, your grateful that's cut out, a gold metallic button, your burlap piece of ribbon. You'll have some designer series paper, old olive. You'll have your soft suede card base, and then for the inside you'll also have some old olive and whisper white so that you can write some notes on there. Let's go ahead and assemble the inside. So we're just going to adhere the whisper white onto the old olive, and it's going to have a small little mat there. And then this is going to be adhered to the inside of the card base. Okay, so if there's any sentiment or anything you'd like to stamp there, I would go ahead and do that before you adhere. Now let's get started on the front. We're going to adhere the designer series paper. We're going to adhere that to the top part of the old olive. And then what we're going to do is take your ribbon scissors. We're going to trim off, if you can see there, there's a little stitching line right along there. We're going to trim that off with our ribbon scissors because we want it to look a little rustic. Okay, so if we do that, it'll kind of fray. Don't worry about it being even or anything like that. That's part of how the look is supposed to be. Okay, so we're going to do that. To adhere, you can either put a line of tear and tape, or I'm going to use the fast fuse, and we're just going to put that down and do a little check mark, and I didn't quite get that all on there, so do it again. Okay, and then we're just going to put this across, and this one is not going to tuck. Usually I like to tuck my ribbon, but this I want the edges to kind of fray. See how it's all kind of fraying? You can even tease that out a little bit if you wanted to. Okay, all right, so then we're going to add the grateful, and for that we're going to use this fine tip glue pen. Okay, so one tip is that when you first get this, make sure you open it here and take the little protector off, and then screw that back on real well. Otherwise, if you try to squeeze and squeeze, nothing's going to come out and you might burst the seal and have it come oozing out here. Okay, so only take off the top, this little white piece. Okay, you can see it's a very fine tip. Okay, and this is the little piece that keeps it from getting stopped up. Okay, all right, so we're just going to add little bits of glue here and there. With it being on burlap, it's not a smooth surface. I like to add maybe a little bit extra, but you just need some little dabs of glue. And you don't have to work real fast because it does not dry real fast. And you might want to get some tweezers or something like that. That's always helpful. And then we're going to just adhere that onto the ribbon. And then press down. And it likes to kind of curve around a little bit, so you can straighten that out. Okay, and the F and the G, those are going to hang down. All right. Our next step, we're going to go ahead and adhere this assembly piece to the card front before we get too bulky and need to put that button on. Now we're going to thread our button. I've already got that started here. If you can see that these have fairly large holes here in the buttons, so it's fairly easy to thread. Okay, but if you happen to have some with smaller holes, dental floss threader is perfect to get that those pieces of thread through those buttonholes. Okay, so this is a little trick to get the crisscross on the front. Okay, your back side needs to look like this of your button. Okay, so now I'm just gonna tie this and make a bow. And I'm not the best bow maker. I usually like to have knots and stuff like that, but just tie that in there and then kind of pull that down, whatever size you want. Then we're going to attach it with glue dots. And then, of course, snip these ends of your ribbon. Thank you for joining our card number 2 of October 2015 online class. We hope to see you soon.